What's the most annoying part of sex that no one ever talks about? That tiny hair you caught on her tongue but can't seem to find with her fingers when trying to get it off. Cum dripping out of your vagina. Instead of staying in bed and enjoying the moment, you have to go to the bathroom and let it all out. You won't get everything out anyway, and at some point it's just there, wets your underwear, and there is nothing you can do about it. Makes me miss condoms. Usually a few hours later when I cough or sneeze, then I have to walk around feeling like I pissed myself. From the woman's perspective, when the pressure that feels good also makes you feel like you need to pee, so you tense up and lose the feeling. According to my wife, that feeling may mean you are about to squirt. 2 words. Lockjaw. If I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break for both our sakes. That fart sound that your chests make when you are both sweaty and make a vacuum. Or when air enters vagina and with the next thrust it just sounds like I straight up farted. Making contact with an IUD in the middle of a thrust will catch you by surprise. That happened to me once. Turns out my IUD was falling out. If you feel the IUD, go to the doctor to make sure it hasn't fallen out. I read it as IED. Talk about a surprise there. When he pulls out and shoves back and then pulls out again and you release all the air he just shoved into you. Ugh. Honestly, I would say sleeping conditions if not at your own place. Yeah, especially if it's a new or awkward relationship and you're eggshelling, stuck in one position for hours, holding in a fart, hungry, need to pee, etc. Make an effort to ensure your own comfort beforehand. Your pillow, your earplugs, wipes, whatever it takes. Yes. Oh my god, I thought I was the only one that would get crap sleep while staying over at my SO's house. Cleaning afterwards. The old bow-legged hobble to the bathroom to evacuate the ejaculate. This. The washing, the drying, the deflating your partner and putting her back in the box. Waiting for your boyfriend to bring you a towel. Face with rolling eyes. Edit. Obligatory. Good god, my highest rated comment on Reddit is about waiting for a post-coital cum rag. I love you gross bastards. I am ashamed to admit I thought there would no longer be ejaculate after my partner got a vasectomy. Was very disappointed. When the dick slips out, slash. The old bend your dick in half while stabbing her in the taint. Yeah, that's a big loss for both teams. Sleeping in the wet spot. Always use a towel. If you both suffer from delayed orgasm, running out of natural lubrication, things still feel good for a while but eventually you just stop and give up. Your cock is still hard and stimuli feels good, but there is no pleasure. It's definitely weird. That's what lube is for. The vag cup duck walk to the toilet while trying not to drip on the floor afterwards. Why don't you just sit on the ground and then drag yourself to leave a trail like a snail? I just sit on a towel for a couple minutes. Sometimes you focus so hard on not coming too fast that you turn into a superhuman incapable of an orgasm without serious focus. You'll do it up. I'm ready to blast in 3 minutes and then when I hold it in I'll last 40. I am not athletic enough for that shit. This is why I almost always hit her with the heavy foreplay and eat her out till she comes so I can let it rip and not feel bad. This is very true. And the ultimate orgasm is less satisfying after delaying too long. You have to hang in there long enough to satisfy your partner, but hopefully it's not for too long. Otherwise things go downhill in the long run. I have never come while having sex. Always need to do it after she's done. Not even sure what I'm doing wrong. It feels great, just doesn't make me come. When you're ready to stick it in, you have them assume the position, put a condom on, lube up and it goes semi-soft. You try anyway but it's a bendy hot dog sponge. So you trying to get it hard again, the condom is all baggy and like hanging loose. All I'm thinking is come on man. That's when you go for the mic check. This situation is a source of so much anxiety for me. My dick is very quick to react to stimulation or lack thereof. And it's much easier to go down once you're up than up once you're down. When you somehow have her finish first, and now she is rushing you to get done, because she is now sore. Edit for context. It looks like a lot of you think this is me and my GF. We haven't been dating in almost a year at this point. It's funny too because I was too wide for her and she was too small. But we had the most difficult time having sex. We tried lube and such, but even then she could never finish. Then after we played around for a few months, we discovered her sweet spots. Then this problem started to happen. So, you could say I am better being all touchy, feely instead of poundy smashy. Extra lube maybe? I can definitely lose all lubricant after a while. Lube doesn't really being back and sensitive sensation or make it feel good again, but it definitely makes it easier and hurts a lot less. Changing positions when you're really getting into it. It sometimes breaks the mood. Oh my god, yes. I hate that. The sweatiness of really long exhausting sex without AC. Edit. A lot of people are saying that's their favorite. While some sweat is good / fine, too much leads to dripping on partner and wet sheets to sleep on and / or sliding off / dick sliding out. And dehydration and cramps. As someone who gets sweaty after a while, a nice cool room and cool sheets is what I prefer. We'll keep each other warm. And the smell. Hair in your mouth and eyes. Hip cramps. Dick slipping out. When I think my period is over and then the dick suctions out the last bit of goop. Cleaning come out of your belly button is incredibly hard. Edit okay. Yeah, I take showers. I know how to clean. Yes, I have a very deep belly button with crevices. Thanks for the advice. Next time I'm lucky I'll have a cold Q-tip on hand. Edit thank you for silver kind stranger. I call it the gene pool. Edit. Thanks for the upvotes and accolades. Reddit enjoyed this way more than my wife does. I'm not saying I know anything about this, but Q-tips. Kids. When they try and interrupt or because they're a result of sex. LMAO. That post-nut clarity of realizing you just had sex with someone you shouldn't have. Sadly this happens to women too. It's like buyer's remorse, banger's remorse if you will. The worst is when the girl is still into it and I'm staring at the ceiling like, neutral face. Yeah, that's why I just stopped visiting grandma altogether. Having to come up with a reason to leave without making them feel bad about it. I've got to return some videotapes. UTIs. They are super common for women if they don't pee right after sex. I had the worst UTI a few months ago. I actually got up at 4 AM just to find a 24-hour urgent care. It sucked. The rubber smell. If you are smelling burning rubber, slow down. The 22 years before you have it. And the 6 years, 7 months, 14 days before you have it again. Attaching your penis. Duct tape solves all problems. When your vibrator died right before you orgasm. The magic wand plugs into the wall. No shortage of power there unless you manage to black out the whole neighborhood. The awkward moments when sometimes the clothes just don't wanna come off. Like sometimes the pants are just too tight and you have to do those weird maneuvers from the position you're in to get them off. It can completely ruin the vibes. I've never understood this. The awkward clamoring to get clothes off certainly makes me feel like I'm not portraying the sex goddess I want to be in my head, but I can't imagine any person being like, yeah, sorry but the way you're leaning over to get your pants off really killed it for me. How could shower sex actually is instead of the sexy fantasy of it that most have. It's cramped. Water acts like an anti-lubricant. One person is usually cold or getting blasted in the face with water. You're one slip away from injuring yourself or both of you. Nearly passed out from eating out a girl in the shower once. She was really tall, so I just got on my knees and went to town. Turns out that all the water running down her body basically waterboards you. I finished the job, but it was traumatizing. That sometimes it's not just be horny. If you worked a 10-hour shift and just came home, you just want to sleep, not fuck. Sex requires time, mood and energy. One of them alone can't do nothing. Two of them can give you a shit sex. All of them can at least make you have decent sex. Sex farts, mysterious liquid staining the sheets / clothes. Some blowjobs can be very messy, having to do an enema before doing anal. Trust me on this one. And no communication from either party on what to / not to do. Bonus point. Guys, trim and file thy fingernails. The enema before anal just sounds exhausting. Hope that she gets her period next month. No one else. Seriously? Just me. Everyone in Starbucks telling you to stop. That's why I only have sex in Tim Hortons. Cramps? You need to stretch before foreplay. If you stretch after foreplay or mid-humpies, you risk losing a boner due to shifting blood flows. Tip: do hip flexor stretches and shoulder stretches. Hips will cramp and cause pain. Shoulder can give out quick too if you ain't ready. Humpies. Raccoons. I think I need more information here. When you lean in for a kiss but your face hits the mirror. The annoying part is people rarely share their tricks. For instance, a friend once told me he had a one-night stand, went out, had drinks, did a lot of drugs, went back to her place to fuck. When he woke up he realized he shit himself. Girl was still passed out. So he scooped his own shit and without disturbing her, he rubbed it on her ass and between her cheeks. He got up and left. But what if it really was her shit, and she did the same thing as him before he woke up? What the fuck did I just read? LOL.
Like and subscribe for more daily fresh new videos. Thanks for watching.